What is up, fight fans? You are locked into the Silly Gilly Goose MMA show. I am your host, Connor.
I'm Mason.
I'm Noah.
Today, we're going to be going over the White House card that was announced last night. We're going to be going over the UFC 326 Holloway versus Oliveira 2, and we're going to be getting you ready for UFC Fight Night Emmett versus Valajos. Boys, how we doing today?
Good.
Doing pretty good. It's beautiful outside. I freaking love it. This freaking weather's been terrible. I don't know how it is by you, Connor, but I'm happy with the weather.
6 inches of snow the other day, and then today all melted. It's like 65 and sunny right now. It's gorgeous.
It's always 65 and sunny when Charles Oliveira wins.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely excited for the spring. It's gonna be.
Before we get into that, let's get into the White House card that was announced last night. Little underwhelming. We got Ilya Topuria versus Justin Gaethje as the main event. We got Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight championship. We got Sean O'Malley versus Amin Zahabi. We got Mauricio Hufi versus Michael Chandler. Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. And Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. Mason, what are your initial thoughts?
This would be a great card if it wasn't the White House, but since the White House, I'm not happy. I mean, some of the fights there are good. The Lopez Garcia fight, I'm excited for. I'm excited for the 2 title fights as well, and Mauricio and Chandler. I think that's gonna be a banger.
No?
Awful. Like, we were preparing for this card for 2 years, and there were supposed to be like 5 to 6 title fights, and we get 2 title fights and a pretty underwhelming rest of the card. I mean, we're gonna get. I feel like a lot of one-sided fights on this card. A lot.
Yes.
So, kind of upset about it. I mean, I thought the UFC was going to cook. We had hopes all week that we were going to get John Jones versus Alex Pereira. I feel like that would have made the card so much better. But we get Gane versus Pereira. I mean, it's still a good fight, but not the same.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I like what Mason said. Like, if this wasn't like a White House card, we'd be honored. We'd be cheering. We'd be loving this card. This would be the greatest card of the year. But unfortunately, it's the White House, and they did overhype it, and it is really underwhelming for the White House card.
It would be a good a perfect main card, but like only 6 fights, and this is all we're getting. Come on.
Dana said we might be getting a mystery 7th fight too. So I think after the reaction they see, they might be pressured into adding a 7th fight. So let's hope.
I think the 7th fight's gonna be a boxing fight, and I feel like we're gonna be very underwhelmed.
Don't say that. Don't speak that. Don't speak
it into existence.
Don't speak it into existence.
Let's. But I don't want to be excited for another fight that's just gonna be a terrible fight. So, but I could see it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we hit that stone.
Are you surprised that Gable Stevenson wasn't on the card?
I think that if John Jones was on the card, then Gable would have been a guarantee. But seeing that John's not part of the card, I feel like I don't know. If Gable was on the card, it would be with John Jones. But now they're gonna just wait to. He'll probably be on International Fight Week. I feel like for his debut.
I agree. I think so too.
That could be incredible. And Dana did say on that live stream that one of the fights did get pulled out as he walked into there. Any thoughts? Like, any ideas what you guys might have thought that the fight that got pulled might have been?
I feel like it's John Jones. I feel like it was the John Jones and Pereira fight, and that mystery fight was going to be Gable, and with John Jones not being on it, Gable doesn't want to be on it.
Okay, so you think they lost like 2 fights?
Yeah. I feel. We'll see if there's another fight added. I don't know.
All right. Enough. We'll cover the White House card when it's time. Let's get into UFC 326 now. We started off the card with Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. Mason, what were your thoughts?
I feel like a lot of people were riding with Fernandez on this being the favorite, but Bellato he looked really good. Like, I mean, that knockout he had it landed flush, and it was a pretty good knockout. But yeah, wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Fernandez to get the job done early, but Bellotto was just the better guy.
Noah?
Yeah, I feel like we all thought that Fernandez was going to win this fight, but I had it by decision. You guys had, I think you guys both had KO there, but I feel like, what do you call it? He hadn't seen a lot of like talent so far, and Bellotto was definitely a bigger step up than what he's seen. So, I mean, yeah, the big step up kind of like hurt Fernandez. I feel like we see him bounce back though.
Yeah, that's a tough UFC debut for him, especially when he only had a 15-second fight on the Contender Series, and he
Yeah.
really didn't experience at this level. So, yeah, that was a tough fight. He was fighting strong though before that. But anything else for this fight, guys? No.
No, I mean,
All
Good
right.
guy.
We had Rafael Tobias versus Dr. Nurgaze. And Dr. Nurgaze got a unanimous decision, 29-28 on two judges' scorecards, and 30-27 on the other scorecard. How did you guys score this fight? This was a pretty interesting one here. How about you, Mason?
Nurgase I think he looked good all rounds. Like, I mean, he looked really, really good. I think 30-27 is kind of like how I scored it, but obviously, one of the judges scored 30-27 and then 29-28. But I think Nurgase looked really good. And like I said in the podcast before, I'm never going to count out a guy from Kazakhstan, so that's why I picked him. And yeah.
Noah?
Yeah, I had a 29-28. I felt like the one round Tobias looked good. He had Nurzagai hurt. I like we were talking about this last night, but when guys have him hurt lately, they're going straight to grappling, like pressure off and pressure with your striking when you have somebody hurt.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
I, I feel like Tobias is still young. He's 22, I believe, 22, 23, and he couldn't smell the blood in the water.
yeah.
Went straight for the grappling, but
Just
yeah, good win by Nurzagai. I felt like he had great striking, and yeah, that's about all I got after this one.
yeah, Nurgaze picks up his first UFC win, and another tough debut for Tobias, and hopefully he bounces back after that tough debut. And then our next fight of the night, we had Sumadarji taking on Mason's Golden Goose, Jesus Aguilar. And Sumadarji got it done by unanimous decision, 30-27 on all three judges' scorecards. Mason, what was that? What was going on there,
That
man?
was terrible, dude. I don't think this guy knows how to strike. I don't think I like Sumadarji was just Sumadarji was just beating him up, and Jesus Aguilar just had no answers for him. And that was a good looking win for Sumadarji, but Aguilar not so good. Bad
No?
waste of a golden goose, I would say.
Yeah, Sumadarji looked great. His striking was on point, and I think he surprised everyone with his grappling. He out grappled Aguilar, and I thought Aguilar had was the very superior grappler going into the fight. But what 4 or 5 on takedowns for Sumadarji? Aguilar had 0.
Yeah, he had one. He was 1 for
One,
5.
one, oh, 1 for 5, one
He
for
got,
five, and Sumadarji's 4 for 5 on his takedowns. I
that
mean,
was, yeah.
I
And
was kind of surprised by that because I thought that Sumadarji was gonna just piece him up on his feet, get a knockout there. But
yep.
another thing had him hurt and doesn't go for the kill.
Yeah, and then Joe Rogan on the broadcast kept calling that out. He said that like Sumadarji had a lot of opportunities to finish that fight. Even late in that third round, the last 10 seconds, they were,
Mm-hmm.
tossed on the beginning, and Jesus was just struggling to find that distance. That 9.5-inch reach disadvantage was really showing, and he just looked lost out there.
Yeah.
And oof. Then after that, we got Cody Durden versus Naeem Jagal Tumen Debarral. Yep, that was probably wrong, but that's okay. He got the unanimous decision, 30-27 on two cards, 29-28 on the other card. Mason, what were your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, another pick I got right. I think I had Tumen Barrel by sub, but I mean his grappling was really good. He was on point with his grappling. Had a good submission attempt in there, and yeah, I think he needs to change his nickname though, because Art of Knockout is. I mean, maybe the Art of Grappling would be a little bit better, but I mean, props to him. That was a really good win for him. It was I like what I saw.
Yeah, no, definitely. How about you, Noah?
Yeah, I feel like that he showed that his grappling was really well. Cody Durden's a very decorated grappler. He was a college wrestler. I mean, we saw early Durden look. His grappling was probably a little bit better than Tumen Dembrel at the start, but Tumen Dembrel settled down and he coasted the next 2 rounds. I felt like he had pretty dominant the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I had my notes for Cody Durden: fights fast, high pressure, gasses quickly, and that's exactly what happened. He just, trying to out wrestle, and he just gassed, and just had no answers for him.
What is that, like 1-6 in his last 7 too?
Yeah, and oh man,
I think that's maybe the end of Cody Durden's run here.
we may see Cody Durden removed from the roster tomorrow. All right, and that fight of the night was Ricky Turcios versus Alberto Montez. Alberto Montez got a round 2 anaconda choke. Beautifully done. Mason, what
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful Darce anaconda, whatever you want to call it. I had Montez by sub. He is a sub specialist. Awesome, great way to get that dub. And I think that if we see him in the future, I think that he just gotta get with that grappling and just sub some more people. But great win by Alberto Matas, and I loved his post fight interview too. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. No, what were your thoughts?
What a slick anaconda! As soon as he got the neck, it was right to the anaconda choke, and he put him out so like Tertius was asleep fast. He got that thing super tight. I also thought that Montez looked good on his feet at the end of going towards the end of the first round. I feel like Sergio was doing okay at the start, but Sergio's has a weird like kind of like strike way to striking. He's
Style,
I don't know.
definitely.
His style is very awkward, and I think Montez struggled with it at first, and then once he got figured it out, it was all Montez from there.
Yeah, I mean, Tercios was making his debut at featherweight, and the extra weight just didn't seem to really help him. He was getting manhandled on the ground, and just oof, that anaconda, that Darce or the anaconda, whatever. It was it was pretty nasty.
That was
he loves that. That's multiple anacondas now.
Yeah, that was tight. That was like very tight. I mean, it was just so slick, and Tercios didn't even tap. The ref was like, "Yeah,
he's asleep. Yeah. He put him asleep."
He was slumped. He was.
Yeah, Montez's 12th career win. That's his 7th by submission. So it'll be fun to see him back in there soon. Our next fight of the night, we had Dante Johnson get the split decision 29-28 win over Cody Brundage. What were your guys' thoughts on this one? This was very interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I really thought that Johnson was going to get a KO in round 1 or round 2, but Brundage, man, after fighting 325, he got knocked out, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got knocked out, and honestly, to come back and fight with a killer like Johnson and go to split decision and not get knocked out, I give him props, but Johnson definitely should have got that knockout. He wanted that knockout. You can see at the end of the fight, he definitely looked a little pissed off. But he got the win. A win's a win in the game. So yeah.
No.
Going into the decision, I felt like Brundage won that fight. I felt like I thought that he definitely won the first round. Johnson had the second round, but I thought Cody had won that third round. It was really really close. Like we've said on the podcast before, if I was a judge, I don't want to score that fight. But I don't know. I felt like Brundage had he showed that his grappling was a little superior to Dante Johnson. Dante struggled with the grappling, but Dante looked good on his feet. He's got a lot of power in his hand, but he was looking for that big blow the whole time. I feel like he needs to set up more combos and stuff, not just relying on going for the kill.
Yeah. No, yeah. Dante, it looked like Johnson was gassing out there in the third round a little bit. First time seeing the third round as a pro, I don't blame him. It's tough. And Cody Brundage definitely. I had Cody Brundage winning that fight too. And I don't know. We'll definitely see. We'll definitely see Johnson back in there soon. He looks good, man. I like him. He's a good prospect.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely. I think he'll learn from this too. I think getting a decision win is a great learning experience for somebody that has only had finishes in his career.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
100%.
And do we think Cody Brundage gets cut after that or no?
No, I feel like he performed well last night, especially coming in on short notice after a fight at 325. I feel like Cody gets one more chance at least.
Yeah.
All right. And then we get into our featured prelim of the night. Weirdest fight of the night. Weirdest fight we've seen in a long time. Cody Garbrandt gets it done by unanimous decision, 28-27 on all three scorecards against Chow Long. Mason, what were your thoughts?
This was the funniest and one of the wackiest fights I've ever seen. Zhao Long, three nut shots, and Garbrandt was puking. He was puking, and like Joe Rogan said and DC said, I never seen that. We didn't get to see him puking, but we saw him dry heaving, and I was like, I don't know if he's gonna be able to finish this fight, but he did. And then when he got all pissed off and he was like, "Let's go," I was like, they're about to do something crazy. And then they just ran at each other. It reminded me of the new combat sport they had, where like those two big dudes run into each other. Exactly
Yeah.
what that was like. But Zhao Long was piecing him up though. Zhao Long definitely won that fight, but obviously the 2-point deduction, it's gonna cost you. So yeah, I mean a win's a win for Cody, but hilarious fight.
How did you score it, Mason?
I think it was 30-27. I think Xiao Long like had, most control, or not control, but was winning the whole fight. But yeah, dude, those cup shots will get you.
Yeah. All right. No, what were your thoughts on this fight?
Weirdest fight that we've may have ever seen in UFC history. First time I've ever seen 2 points deducted from a fight. I'm happy that we're seeing it that Herb actually did it though, because I mean we see guys multiple times getting 2 or 3 nut shots and eye pokes, and they just give warnings. Herb Dean was very very clear on let's not go low, and Zhao Long, what was it, 3 times within like a minute too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
was weird.
yeah.
But I obviously I feel like Zhao Long should have won the fight if there wasn't the point deductions. I had it if it wasn't for the point deductions, it was 29-28 Zhao Long. But I thought Cody won that first round. Had a knockdown, had the bigger shots in the first round. I felt like, besides the head kick. But like I said, weird fight. But I felt like with the 2 point deduction, it was the right score.
Yeah. That's another tough one to score there,
Yeah,
And I don't know. I thought Cody didn't really look that good last night. He was just kind of
No combos or anything. It was one shots,
no.
and
He was just
Cody
not.
looking at for his grappling more. I don't know. Cody said this was like his best fight camp too, going into the fight, and it felt really good. But I didn't see it. It was not like a Cody performance for me.
Yeah, and I had in my note like Chow Long, great takedown defense, and then Cody Garbrandt 0 for 8 on takedown, and he was just not landing really
Oh
much.
for 8, but that was a real the one that he got. What was it, the first round or the second round? They didn't give it to him, and even DC and Joe were talking about it on the pot or on the broadcast. That he definitely had one takedown. They just did not give it to him.
Okay, all right. So Cody Garbrandt gets it done. Good for him, man. And we get into the main card, kicking it off with a round 1 knockout by Gregory Rodriguez in the rematch against Bruno Hulk Fajeda. Guys, well, what? Not much to talk about here. I mean, Mason, thoughts?
yeah, not much to talk about. Rodriguez with the quick win, and that's honestly about it. I mean, he got it done in the rematch, and hopefully we see RoboCop soon. I'd like to see him fight soon again.
Oh yeah, what do you guys? Yeah, what do you want next for RoboCop?
I don't know. I mean, quick win, so that should help him get a very good opponent for his next fight. I mean, we'll see because the middleweight division's like really weird and yeah, I don't know, but it was just a good win, and I think it's gonna help him a lot, to climb the rankings.
Noah, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, my golden goose. I thought Bruno was gonna get this one again. I knew it was gonna be a fast fight. Knew there was no way this was going past 1.5 rounds. RoboCop was gonna knock out Bruno, or Bruno was gonna knock out RoboCop, but RoboCop has looked great since that first fight with Bruno. 7-1 since that fight. Only loss was a Cannonair, which he was winning that fight. Kind of gassed out first 5-round fight, but yeah, RoboCop definitely. I feel like he gets a top 10 opponent next fight. The one thing he totally analyzed that perfectly. Very smart. What do you call it? As soon as Bruno Ferreira switched stances when he threw that knockout punch, and like he was just waiting for it. It was his first strike he threw the whole fight, right on the money.
Yeah, each guy landed 2 significant strikes.
Yep.
One,
Nuts.
2, done.
No, no, RoboCop definitely should be getting a really high ranked opponent. He's number 13. He's probably going to stay there because Bruno Ferreira was 15, but he probably should get someone pretty high up there in the rankings. He's
I, you know who I would like to see him fight next? Him versus RDR.
Oh, that's a good match. That's actually a really good matchup, dude. Two guys, like they couldn't make 185 and they somehow make 185.
Yeah,
those guys together in an octagon would just look. Oh, that would look awesome.
huge.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger octagon. Damn. All right. After that crazy knockout, we had another crazy knockout by the knockout king himself, Drew Dober, in the second round against Michael Johnson. Mason, thoughts?
Man, that was such an amazing knockout. Kind of like the one before it. I think Johnson won that first round, and Dober just showed why he's the king. And yeah, I love Drew Dober. He's awesome. He seems like a great guy, and killer jawline. So funny.
All right, keep it in your pants. All right, no, what are your thoughts?
Man, like Mason said, Johnson probably won that first round, but Drew Dober turned it on. Started turning it on, figuring it out. He was very patient with his striking. Like he was on Instagram Live this morning. He says he doesn't look for the KO power. Power comes with accuracy. He practices his accuracy, and I mean he was right on the money with that strike to Johnson. Had him hurt bad. He probably didn't even need the follow up shots, but man, Drew Dober 11 knockouts now at lightweight king of knockouts.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's good to see him get a win. He's had a lot of tough opponents lately. Gene Silva,
Yeah.
Manuel Torres, Renato Moicano. It's good to see him fight someone. Get a nice win because we know he's amazing and incredible. And we can't wait to see him in there again. But he did take a beating, man. His face on that Instagram Live, whoo, he's a little messed up.
Nice little stitches on the eyebrow.
Yeah, he's got some nice shiners. And after that beautiful knockout, we had a dominating performance from Raul Rosas Jr. against my golden goose, Rob Font, and he got 30-27 on all 3 scorecards. Mason, what were your thoughts with Raul Rosas' performance?
Man, Chiwiwis had freaking awesome grappling, awesome wrestling, and he's probably one of the best grapplers in the bantamweight division. Such a dominant win over a vet like Rob Font, and yeah, I mean that was just such a big win for him. And I think he said he wanted somebody in the top 10 next. What are your guys' thoughts on the fights first before we go into that?
Noah?
He didn't do. I mean, great wrestling. 16 of 18 on takedowns. I mean, we knew if that was his way of winning. Bont kind of struggles with his grappling, but he doesn't do anything with his when he's on top. He's just kind of like a leech. He's not looking to get better grappling position to get submissions. He's not looking for ground strikes on top. He's just locking his hands, holding the guy down. I mean, I would like to see a little bit more desire to look for a finish, but good win. It's a great win to get a big win over Rob Font, but I would love to see a little bit more desire to like look for a finish.
Yeah, this was definitely a favorable matchup for Rosas. I mean, the blueprint's been laid out on how to beat Rob Font. I mean, he's been in there so many times. The blueprint's laid out. You just got to take him down and keep him there, and don't let him box you. And 16 of 18 on takedowns. He's only 21 years old. He's going to be ranked number 13th. I mean, I think they do give him someone in the top 10. He's a big name. He does sell.
Yeah.
He sells tickets. And he has a lot of popularity with his name, and I think he might get somebody in the top 10 just because of his name.
I think they should do him versus Talbot. I feel like that would be a fun fight. Both young prospects.
That could be a lot of fun. Mason, who do you think he should fight next?
I honestly like that Talbot matchup because obviously Talbot's an amazing striker, but like he wrestled with Cejudo, and Cejudo's an Olympian. So yeah, so I think that'd be a great fight. I think that Talbot would be able to. I think Talbot would be a lot better on the ground, obviously, than Font, and I don't know. I think that would be a good fight to make. We'll see if they what they do with Chiwiwis.
Yeah, I definitely want to see him go up against another grappler. I want to see him get really tested like he was tested against Christian Rodriguez.
You know what? Here's another good fight. Maybe not a ranked guy, but why don't we do Barcelos versus Raul Rosas? That would be a good one.
I do like that. But
Raoni Barcelos.
He did just get booked against Montel Jackson pretty recently.
Yeah, I did see that. But
line up, but that would be a good fight to make. I would
Barcelos has been hot too. I feel like he deserves a ranked matchup. If he wins that fight with Montel Jackson, then that'd be I feel like that they can make that fight happen.
Yeah, he had Montel's number 15, so if Barcelos wins, he'll be ranked.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we get to the co-main event with our fighting nerd, Kyle Bahadio, getting the unanimous decision win, 30-27 over Renier de Ritter. And your thoughts?
What a statement win. Barallo, I mean, he's obviously I think he's the definition of an MMA fighter. Great takedown defense. He looked really good on his feet. He's got such a weird stance. Like he leaves his hands low, but it works. And yeah, he was hitting RDR with some big strikes, and I honestly thought there was gonna be a knockdown or a knockout in that fight. But yeah, such a huge win for Berhallo, and I would love to see him fight DDP.
Yeah, it was an epic call out there at the end of that fight. Noah, what are your thoughts?
The nerds are back. The comeback. They bounce back every single time. We're back. The nerds are back. All won their last. All four of them have won their last fight. Great win by Kaio. I felt like that after that first round. I was like, this is the best that Kaio's looked. Did start to get a little tired though. I would like to see him work on his cardio. But man, his striking looked really good last night against RDR. He was really hurting him there, and great takedown defense. I mean, give him. He does deserve. I feel like he does deserve a big fight. I mean, DDP versus him, good one. But I think Connor said him versus Fluffy. If Fluffy doesn't go down, I feel like Fluffy should go down to 170. But him versus Fluffy would be a good one too.
Yeah, I think he's number 7, just beat the number 8 guy. I think he's definitely get someone inside the top 5 for sure. This is a big win, especially winning all 3 rounds against a dangerous guy like De Ritter.
Did you think he won all 3 rounds? I had RDR winning that second round. I thought
I saw a lot of controversy, but I was doing the threads, and on the threads I did say it could be 1-1, but I personally had it 2-0 Bahadio. I did have Kyle winning that second round. It was a little controversial. Oh yeah, I agree. That was the closest round for sure.
I thought that for sure Kyle won, but I definitely I feel like RDR got that second round.
And I think Kyle's next fight needs to be a 5-rounder because I think he needs his cardio tested again because, like you said, he was getting really gassed out there in the third. And we don't need guys fighting for the belt who can barely fight 3 rounds. Like we need guys who can actually go 5 rounds. And I think
Brendan Allen versus Kyle would be a good one too.
that's a good
That's what I was thinking too.
Kyle needs a 5 round like fight night main event, like with like another fight with like Imavov, like not Imavov, but like a main event type fight.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think's next for RDR?
Like I said, RoboCop, that'd be a good one. I mean, he's coming off 2 losses. Yeah. RoboCop's really hot. I feel like RoboCop versus RDR. See if RoboCop can get his name in the top 10.
That is good. Mason, what do you want next for RDR?
I like that RoboCop fight. I mean, same card, but I don't know if they. I mean, RDR went, all 3 rounds, and RoboCop's definitely going to be a lot fresher. But I mean, you could definitely make that fight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what the matchmakers do. Hopefully, they don't make a stupid fight again.
Or RDR versus Jared Cannonier.
There's
another guy.
I don't think RDR is bad. I just think he's in the wrong weight class. I think he should go up to 205 personally.
Yeah, I feel like he still looked a little bit tired going in that 3rd round. I feel like the weight cut probably is difficult for him because he's such a huge frame, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did fight at 205 in one Pride. So
he's a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why he's at one. I think if he goes back to 205, he could do a lot of damage here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 205 is pretty open weight class now too. Being with the interim starting up, I feel like it would be a smart decision. I mean, look at it. We got Paulo Costa going up to 205 because 185 I would say is a lot tougher than 205 right now.
Yeah.
But we got Whitaker going up to 205. Maybe Robert Whitaker and RDR rematch at 205. That could be after that split decision.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't mind that either. But you guys got anything else? You ready to get this main event?
Yep.
Charles do Bronx Oliveira, the BMF and new champion. What are our initial thoughts here, Mason? We'll go first on this one.
Yeah.
He went all out for this. Had predicted this fight beautifully.
You want me to go first? You said?
Yeah. What are your? Let me hear it. Let's hear it.
Dominant performance from Charles there. I mean, not exactly how I thought it would go, but man, beautiful takedowns. I mean, he was looking great on his feet too. I felt like he was really getting the best of Max on his feet and the grappling. I wouldn't say that it's a BMF performance. I would have liked to see it more like on the feet, like slugfest, but you're gonna do what you gotta do to win, especially against a big name like Max. And he did everything he had to. Charles, beautiful performance. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
The BMF has a name, and it's Charles Oliveira now.
Absolutely. Nathan, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Charles looked really good. Obviously, it was mostly on the ground, and he's just a bear trap. He's literally a bear trap. That's the definition of a bear trap is Charles do Bronx Oliveira, and but I gotta give some props to Max because Charles had him in such a disgusting neck crank, and anybody else would have tapped, but Max didn't. And Max survived, and that's pretty BMF. But Charles is the new BMF, so yeah.
Yeah, props to Max for defending all those submission attempts. There were some deep attempts there, and Max and Charles. It was a lose-lose for us either way. You're gonna be upset with either one of them losing, but I'm happy that Charles won. And I don't look like an idiot for bleaching my hair.
Yeah, and we were all kind of right a little bit. Me and Mason both said it was going to be overhyped, and Noah thought it was going to be a 5-round war. It was overhyped, but it wasn't a war, and it went 5 rounds. It was a little disappointing. Obviously, we wanted to see a banger for the BMF championship, and we never seen Max put in a position like that ever. Like it was like Charles was showing him a new level to this sport.
Yeah.
It was insane to watch. I couldn't believe what I was watching on my TV.
Yeah, Charles was ragdolling him. I want to know how big the weight difference was on fight night because Charles just looked like a huge compared to Max. I would love to see Max try to go back down to 145. I don't know if
That's what
that
I'm
would
saying.
kill him, but I mean, I think Max could do a lot. I mean, I think he'd be folks at the end of his career. I mean, Max going back down to 145. I think that weight would be his.
That's what thinks next for Max Holloway.
I don't. I think he stays at 55, but
What do you give it?
Well, I feel like Charles should get his rematch with Armin. I feel like that should be a 5-round fight. We do Charles versus Armin, and then
Absolutely.
if I know that Connor wanted the winner of that fight and was really hoping to get the winner of that fight, but I feel like Max versus Connor. If Connor does want to come back, that should be the fight that Connor gets.
Yeah, because I don't think they'd want to do Connor versus Charles for the BMF, because then Charles is just going to do exactly what he just did to Holloway all over again, and everyone's going to be...
No, it would be fast. He would sub him in the first round.
Or that too, yeah. It wouldn't, yeah. And Conor did that exact same thing to Max when they fought. McGregor just kept taking him down and had like lots of control time on Max Holloway, and so...
What do you guys think is next for both of them?
I would love to see Max go down to featherweight, but that's just not going to happen. I was thinking about that too. I was like, Max would be so good at featherweight, and but for Charles, I want to see Charles versus Armin again. I think that Charles won that last fight. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I also would like to see Charles versus BSD, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. And with Charles, like, I feel like he could do that same exact thing to a lot of people in the division.
I think he does it to everyone in the division besides Ilya.
I think, yeah. I mean, Ilya's like he's good at everything. He's good at grappling, and obviously he knocked out Charles. But I don't know. I mean, dude, Bronx, man, that was such a statement win. Like that definitely put some noise in the lightweight division, 100%. Obviously it did, but people gotta be watching out for Dude Bronx.
You know, it'd be an awesome fight if Max goes down to featherweight. Max versus Gene Silva. Oh my god, that would be such a banger.
I mean, that'd be a lot of fun. That would be a banger.
#1 contender fight. Winner gets a title shot after. But like I said, I don't know if Max wants to do that anymore. That weight cut.
I would love to see Max fight Patty next. I feel like that would be a banger. And I think you give Charles the Armin 5-round. You give him a 5-round rematch with Armin.
Yes.
And
yeah, that fight has to be 5 rounds.
Yeah, and I don't know. I want to see Max versus Patty because you got to keep both those guys in the top 5. They are top 5 fighters. And
oh yeah.
I don't know. So I'd like to see them still be in that top 5. So like they're always going to be in those big. I'd like to see Patty versus Max.
Okay.
Anything else fight, guys? Any other thoughts about 326?
Overall, no, but I do.
What was your guys' overall rating of this card out of 10, Mason?
3 out of 10. That main card, starting off with those 2 knockouts though, definitely helped a lot, and then obviously 3 decisions in a row. The co-main was decent, but overall just very underwhelming. I'd give it like a 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10.
Noah, what's your rating out of 10 for UFC 326?
Yeah, it was as mid as it could be at 5 out of 10, I'd say. I feel like, yeah. I mean, I thought the main card was going to be a banger once we got the Rodriguez knockout and the Dober, but yeah, kind of lackluster. I mean, it was really slow going into the main card, and then kind of ended pretty slow and dominant.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 4 or 5. it was nothing to brag about. Very forgettable card. The main event didn't help either after all that hype around it, and yeah, it was like a 4 or 5 out of 10.
Kind of had the feeling that it was going to be like that going into it, though.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. All right, that was UFC 326. We're now going to be diving into UFC Fight Night. Josh Emmett versus Kevin Vlahos on March 14th. Got a pretty nice, solid card here, actually, boys. And kicking it off, we got a rematch of Piera Rodriguez versus Sam Hughes. Mason, what do you got?
Yeah, I actually do want to say one thing. When this card first got announced, and I was looking at it, I was like, man, I'm not really excited for this card. But once I started to really look in depth at these fights, I think this is going to be a good card. I think it's starting off with a banger here too with Rodriguez and Hughes. Like you said, the rematch. Both these girls, Hughes is on a hot streak, 4 wins in a row. Rodriguez, 2 wins in a row. I think it's going to be
3
a good
fights in a row
fight.
for Hughes. It's only 3.
3.
She's
3, not 4. Yeah, 3 wins in a row. This is a good fight. I think. I think I got Hughes keeping that hot streak alive. I think that I think it's going to be a decision fight. It's going to go to decision, but I think it's going to be a brawl. I think it's going to be an amazing. I think it's going to be a good strawweight fight.
Oh yeah. Noah, what are your thoughts on this fight, on the rematch?
Like Mason said, Sam Hughes has looked great since the loss to. She's on a 3-fight win streak right now, coming off a rear naked choke win against Shauna Bannon. 4-1 since the first fight. It was a 29-28 decision. I mean, Piera Rodriguez has looked great too. She's on a 2-fight win streak. Before that fight, though, that lost the fight due to a headbutt. And her only loss is to Gillian Robertson. I mean, I feel like we see the same thing happen. I mean, it could be close, but the same thing happened as the first fight. I feel like we see Rodriguez wins by decision again.
Yeah, I agree. Sam Hughes is the underdog, slight underdog, plus 100, and 3-fight win streak. 2 of those are split decisions for Sam Hughes. She is known for her ability to win split decisions.
Yeah.
Did pick up her first submission win in her last UFC fight, though. But Piera Rodriguez, all of her fights by decision, and Sam Hughes is 4-4 in decisions in the UFC. I think it's just going to go just like the first fight. Piera was able to land a lot of strikes, had a lot of good success with takedowns, but wasn't able to really control Sam all too well with those takedowns. And I think it's just, I think Piera just has more momentum behind her right now.
Yeah, Sam Hughes can win this fight. She definitely will need to win with using her grappling, but Piera won the grappling battle last time. I don't see her be able to change that.
Yeah, like Mason said, I think it's just going to be a good striking war. Like I think this will actually be a banger fight. Like we're going to get it. This is going to be a fight to start the card. They're going to go to war. And then after that, we have Elijah Smith. Oh, in the bantamweight division, I forgot to say the weights. My bad. The bantamweight division, we got Elijah Smith taking on Su Young Yu. Mason, what are your thoughts on this fight?
Elijah Smith, a young gun. He is on an absolute hot streak, but so is Yu. And Smith has got some knockout power. He has a few wins by knockout, and Yu's got decision power. Most fights won by decision. Yu's been started road to UFC, and he didn't start in the road to UFC, but has all his wins have been by decision since the road to UFC in 2024. And I think he gets another win here. I don't know if it's going to get a decision. He might need to knock out Smith because Smith's got a lot of knockout power, and but I think Yu's going to keep the win streak. But I think this could be another good fight.
All right, Noah.
Yeah, fun fight. We got 2 guys, both on 5+ fight win streaks. Like Mason said, Su Young Yu is from road to UFC, 5 wins in a row. before that had a no contest because of a accidental foul. Like Mason said, he's more of a decision wins his fights by decision. But he does have 5 wins by sub on his career. And then Elijah Smith, super hot, 7-fight win streak. Contender Series win in 2024 against Aaron Tao. He's got 5 wins by KO, 6-inch reach advantage. I really like Elijah Smith in this spot. The only time we've seen Elijah Smith lose is due to KO, and I don't think that Su Young Yu has the KO power to put Elijah Smith out. I'm gonna go Smith here by KO. I feel like the reach advantage is gonna be nice, and I think he gets KO win here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Su Young Yu, he's a grappling specialist. Elijah Smith, great wrestler as well. And yeah, Su Young Yu, 3-0 decisions. All 3 of his UFC fights gone to decision. Won them all. Elijah Smith, though, in this fight against Vince Morales, he did get significantly out grappled pretty good. And I think Su Young Yu's a lot better grappler than Vince Morales, and I think Su Young Yu is going to be able to have his way on the ground with Elijah Smith, especially because he just went 3 rounds with Chao Long, who we just saw fight Cody Garbrandt last night. And I mean, he beat Chao Long 29-28, all 3 scorecards, despite going 0 for 8 on takedowns. And he's got a 6-inch disadvantage in the reach here, and he's 7 years older. I think he's gonna want to just gap and just do takedowns, and I think he's gonna have a lot of success on the ground when he does get Elijah Smith down there.
Sure.
Yeah, Su Young Yu also has a sick nickname, Yu Jitsu. It's a pretty cool nickname. I think his Yu Jitsu is gonna help him win this fight.
I feel like
I agree.
I don't know. I feel like the reach advantage is going to be tough to get to Elijah Smith's legs.
It is tough,
I mean,
but
if he is able to get Elijah Smith down, I feel like he can definitely dominate Elijah Smith with the grappling. But I just feel like this fight's going to be on the feet most of the time, and Smith has the advantage on the feet, and I feel like he can put him out.
Well, yeah, I'm excited for that. Those are good 2 young prospects in the UFC. Should be a fun one. Getting into our next one, we got Bia Mesquita versus Montserrat Rendon. Mason, what are your thoughts on this one?
Mesquita on actually undefeated 6-fight win streak. Rendon 7-1, won her last fight, and I really like Mesquita in this fight. I think that Rendon's another decision machine, but Mesquita's a finisher, and I think that is exactly how she's going to win this fight. Whether it's KO or submission, I got her by finish. I don't know how she's going to finish her. I'll definitely have that once we make our picks.
It's easy. She's going to sub her right away. 11-time or 10-time IBJJF world champion for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 4th-degree black belt, ADCC champ. She's called the Lady Goat for the reason. She's one of the most decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artists ever. Martise Rendon, we've seen 7 wins, all by decision, 4 of them being split decisions. I mean toss up wins. She could be right now. She could be 4-5 or 3-5. But yeah, I feel like this fight is going to be really fast, and I got the Lady Goat by sub.
Okay.
I agree with that. And there's really not much here. Bia's like I said, grappling goddess. All 4 of her submission wins in her career, rear naked chokes. She trains now with American Top Team on top of that. So it's wraps on the ground when she gets it there. And 34 years old, fighting a 36-year-old, very favorable matchup there. She is 4 inches shorter though, so maybe the height difference could cause a few problems, but I still see her getting a quick sub, like Noah said.
Round 1.
Moving on.
Round 1 sub.
Round 1 fight. Round 1 sub. Next fight, we got Luan Lacerda versus Edgar Sosa. Mason, what are your thoughts on this fight?
Looking first glance at the fight, I really like Sosa in this one. I think it's going to be a quicker fight within the first 2 rounds, and I think Sosa's going to get the job done by KO. In the bantamweight division, I think that Sosa's going to outstrike him, and then he's eventually going to knock out Luan Lacerda.
All right. No, what are your thoughts on this one?
I really think Etcher Sosa is a guy to watch. He's 14-1, coming off of an upset win on DWCS in September, winning by unanimous decision. He's got 9 finishes on his 14 wins, 6 KOs, 11 fight win streak. His only loss is by KO, and I don't think he's gonna have to worry about that with Luan. Luan's being a submission guy, 11 wins by sub, coming off his first UFC win. He's 1-2 in the UFC now. Uh, yeah, I feel like Sosa's got the advantage here. I don't know if he gets the finish, but I'm gonna go Sosa by decision.
All right. Yeah, Sosa, Dana White Contender Series graduate, got a unanimous decision win on there. He's making his UFC debut weekend. Great grappler, very aggressive. 4 for 11 on takedowns, almost 11 minutes of control time in his Contender Series fight. This is his 8th pro fight in 2 years, so he's very active, and he had a 5-fight finish streak prior to the Contender Series fight, and on there, like you said, 11 career wins by submission out of 13 wins. So this should be a grappler's delight. I mean, either that or they're just gonna avoid each other because they're scared of the threat. But I think this one is gonna be mostly on the ground here.
Okay.
Moving on next, we got Balaji Oki versus Manuel. What are your thoughts here, Mason?
Suki or Oki, the Zulu warrior. I don't know. I like Swosa in this fight. 2-fight win streak. He's got some good KO power. And I think that's how he's going to get it done. I think that we're going to get another knockout, back-to-back fights. I think Sosa's going to get it done by KO somewhere in the fight. I don't know if it's going to be a quick KO or maybe a last-second KO. We've seen a lot this year. But yeah, give me Sosa by KO.
All right. No, what do you got for this one?
I agree. I think this fight could be a banger. I think both guys have the finishing ability. Balaji 2-2 in the UFC, but two really good losses. Chris Duncan and Mason Jones. I mean, he had Mason Jones hurt really bad early in that last fight, but I have written down here Balaji he's built. He's muscular guy. And all that muscle. I mean, it dies out. He dies out. I mean, as much as this fight goes on, the more it leans Sosa. I mean, Sosa 13-1, only losses to Archie Colgan, who's undefeated. He's got a top 10 win already in his career. He's got a win over Mauricio Rufy. 11 wins by finish, 8 by KO. He's never been finished in his career, so I feel like he can beat the storm of Balaji Oki to start the fight. But yeah, I agree with Mason. Sosa by KO, but I think it's going to be a little later in either round 2 or round 3.
Yeah, got a couple of Contender Series graduates going at it here. Both of them winning by knockout on the Contender Series. Sosa making his UFC debut against a great, like a great striker in Oki. So this would be a striker's delight for sure. Sosa in his Contender Series fight struggled with the grappling, got controlled for almost 8 minutes. So that is a pretty big weakness of his. Like you said, he TKO'd Mauricio Rufy back in 2019, and is only his 4th pro fight in the second round. This would be a banger fight. They're gonna go hard and heavy, and like they said, Sosa's never been knocked out. We've seen Oki get knocked out in the UFC before. I think Sosa gets it done pretty easily in a nice knockout debut. And then this next fight is actually the fight that I'm actually most excited for. We got Chris Curtis versus mixed oral boxing. Mason, what are your thoughts on this?
Originally, I had the underdog. I had Chris Curtis, but I think I'm leaning towards a roll by on this one. Good grappler. Good striker too. He's got 7 wins by KO. And I don't know. I don't know if he would knock out Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis only 2 losses by KO. I think this could be a war, and I think that Orolbai will use some of his grappling to his advantage, but we'll see. They might be striking a lot. I got Orolbai by decision in this one. It's going to be a really good fight.
Noah?
Yeah, Chris Curtis, very on and off fighter. He either looks great or he looks terrible. I mean, he's coming off a split decision win over Max Griffin. Before that, we saw a 2-fight losing streak. One of those being Brendan Allen, though, in a 5-round split decision fight. Which, I mean, that's a good fight to have. I mean, what, Brendan Allen's top 5 now at middleweight.
Yeah.
Uh, good. He has great wins. He has 2 great KO wins on his record. He has KO'd Brendan Allen and he's KO'd Joaquin Buckley. Just very on and off, and I can't trust him in this spot here. Mixtebeck Overlay. I mean, he's a beast. He's got 15 wins, 13 of them being finishes, and he splits it up too. He's got 7 KOs, 6 submissions. He's on a 2-fight finish streak. His only UFC loss is a split decision with Mateusz Rebecki a few years back, and that was a total one of the best fights that we saw that whole year. A complete banger. His second fight up now at 170. He looked very comfortable in that last fight against Hermanson, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, he just puts on very fun fights. I don't think he can finish. I think Chris Curtis is good enough to not get finished here, but I really think that Orlabai dominates and he gets decision.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Curtis is 3 of his last 4 fights have been split decisions. Orolbai, had that crazy fight of the year candidate fight with Rebecki that was a split decision. I think this fight has split decision written all over it. I think this is going to be a bloody war. I think Orolbai is going to be shooting takedowns. He has great takedown defense. He defended successfully 20 takedowns against Adolfo Vieira. I mean, Orolbai is going to bring it though. He's loved watching him fight. Great fighter. Chris Curtis is a candidate for Golden Goose. He is. It's really hard to bet against Chris Curtis. This is a tough fight for Orolbai, especially his only second fight at welterweight. And but yeah, Chris Curtis didn't look good in his last fight against Max Griffin with that split decision win. So
Yeah, he's so on and off, man. He looks good one fight, looks terrible the next.
yeah, and
It's
then
it's it's just tough. It's so tough to what do you call it? Like
he was
take him
looking
in the
against
spot.
off until that buzzer beater KO.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very hit or miss with Chris Curtis, like you said. I'm gonna take Orolbai by split decision. Very specific split decision.
Okay.
I know a split decision fight when I see one, and I think that is one. And getting into the next fight on the card, we got Brad Tavares taking on Eric Anders. Boys, Mason, what is your thoughts?
Yeah. The one thing that struck me in this fight, both these guys have beat Chris Weidman, and Brad Tavares coming off a loss. So is Eric Anders. I like the underdog in this fight, and I think we're going to see another knockout. I think Eric Anders is going to knock out Tavares. Tavares has been knocked out 6 times, and I think Anders is going to give him that 7th L by KO. Both are old too. Both are 38 years old.
No, what do you got?
Yeah, 2 very experienced guys in the UFC. Both have over 18 fights in the UFC. Both coming off a loss. I mean, Tavares has very good losses on his resume. He's got losses to Adesanya, DDP, RoboCop, Whitaker, Yoel Romero, but not a lot of great wins. I mean, nothing really stands out crazy for me. I mean, I see where Mason's coming from with the KO prediction. I could see Anders getting it done, but they're very similar. Very good losses, but not crazy wins. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Brad Tavares here. I think it's a decision fight for sure, but I'm gonna go Tavares.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of similarities with these guys. Brad Tavares has 3 career split decision wins and 1 split decision loss. Eric Anders has 3 split decision losses in his career and 1 split decision win. They both have wins over Gerald Mearshart and Chris Weidman, and they both lost a split decision to Young Park.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like there's so many like they
Yeah, they're
both 30.
very identical, like resumes.
Yeah, like you kind of had to just like book this one, you know, and I honestly, yeah, Tavares been knocked out 6 times in the UFC. He's 14-5 in decisions. I think Anders, 5 knockouts in the UFC. He's only been knocked out twice. 4-6 decisions. I think if it goes to decision, it's going to be Tavares, but I could see Anders getting a nice round 1 knockout out there too. But this fight's just a big yawn for me. But I'm gonna go Anders with a round 1 knockout. Next up, we got a ranked match. We got number 14 Charles Johnson taking on number 15 Bruno Silva in the flyweight division. Boys, what do we got?
Noah, I'm gonna let you go on first in this one because you love Charles Johnson.
That's my guy, Charles freaking Johnson. Oh, I mean, coming off of his first KO loss of his career to Alex Perez at UFC 324. I mean, he's a very experienced guy. He's got 13 fights in the UFC, 7-6. He's got a lot of power in his hands. I mean, we've seen he's KO'd Joshua Van, he's KO'd Lonnie Kavanaugh, both guys surging up at the top of the division now. Bruno Silva, though, coming off a good win versus a great prospect, Hai Sung Park by sub. 11 finishes in his career, but he's been KO'd 3 times, and I feel like this is a huge bounce back spot for Charles Johnson, and I think he gets the job done. He gets a KO. Give me Charles Johnson, Energy by KO.
What round?
Round 2.
All right. Mason, what do you got for this fight?
I don't know. I agree with Noah. I do have Charles Johnson in this fight. I think he will bounce back after that that loss from Alex Perez. Me and Noah were talking the other day, and that was I don't know. I think I got Charles Johnson. I don't know if it's gonna be a KO, but actually, yeah, I think it will be a KO. I think we're gonna see a few KOs this fight night, and yeah, give me Charles Johnson by KO, but I won't be surprised if it goes to decision.
Yeah, Charles Johnson stepping in for Lonnie Kavanaugh after Lonnie Kavanaugh went to fight Marino a few weeks ago. So, I mean, I don't know how Bruno Silva's even ranked. I think his win over Cody Durden got him into the rankings, and I don't even know how Cody Durden was in the rankings either. And 3 of his 5 UFC wins aren't even in the UFC anymore, and he's KO'd 3 times. Charles Johnson's a phenomenal striker, great grappling defense. Charles Johnson's fought the best of the best. I mean, this is going to be a really easy fight for Charles. I think it's just going to be a brutal round 1 knockout for Energy Charles Johnson. And I think Bruno Silva gets cut after he gets brutally knocked out in this first round.
I mean, I think Silva's chin's starting to go. 2, like we said, 3 KOs, but 2 of them being in his last 3 fights. They are to Van and Kopp, but I feel like Charles has. I mean, he's got the power to put out Lonnie Kavanaugh and Joshua Van. I think he definitely has the power to put out Bruno Silva here.
Oh yeah, definitely. It should be a walk in the park for Charles, especially with 5. He's being 5 inches taller, and he has a 5-inch reach advantage. I think he's gonna have an easy day at the office. Next up, we got another ranked matchup in the heavyweight division. We got number 15 Vitor Petrino taking on Steven Asplund. No, I'm gonna let you go first. I know you're a big Steven Asplund fan. What do you got?
Oh man, this is a big step up for my guy, Concrete Steven Asplund. One on Contender Series by KO in September. He's on a 4-fight win streak, all by KO. Six of his 7 wins are by KO. Victor Petrino, 3rd fight up at heavyweight, undefeated. He was undefeated at heavyweight, I should say. Both fights he's won, by finish. He's looked good since he had the back-to-back losses at light heavyweight, but man, I really want to pick Steven Asplin here, but I just he's got one sub loss on that pro record, and against Denzel Freeman, and I feel like Vitor Petrino is way better than Denzel Freeman. I feel like as soon as this fight gets to the ground, it's all Petrino. I think Petrino gets the sub, but man, if Asplin can keep it up on his feet, I think he can put Petrino away. Petrino's been finished pretty nasty before. I mean, we saw that Dustin Jacoby fight. But yeah, I'm gonna just be safe here and say Petrino by sub.
All right. Going against your guy? Damn, it's tough. Mason, what are your thoughts on this fight?
I'm gonna go the opposite as Noah. I think Asplund is a good prospect. He's got power in his hands. 2 straight wins by KO, 1 in Contender Series, 1
4 straight
in
wins
his
by
debut.
KO.
Two like 2 and 1 in the Contender Series, 1 in the UFC. I'm going with Asplund on this one. I don't know. I think I can either see it going to decision or Petrino, like Noah said, Petrino just being dominant on the ground. But I'm really riding with the KOs in this card. I think Asplund's going to get it done by KO if it stays in the feet. I really want to see an exciting heavyweight fight for once, because it's just been so, these heavyweight fights not been living up to the standards. Worst division in the UFC, but I think Asplin's gonna get done by KO. I can see it happening.
I do want to say one thing before you get into your thing, Connor.
Right.
If this fight goes late and goes into the 3rd round and Petrino is tired, Steven Asplin does have 2 silly gillies in the round 3 on his amateur career.
Silly Gillies. Let's go, baby. Yeah, no, Steven Asplin, very high volume striker, dude. Last fight, total fight time of less than 9 minutes, 154 for 276 on just headshots. That is insane for heavyweight, bro. Like, that's crazy volume. I mean, he looked great. His story's awesome. We all know his story, love his story. But yeah, like, the key here is, is Petrino going to be able to get him to the ground? And Petrino's is only his 3rd fight at heavyweight, and Steven Asplin's a big heavyweight, so I could see Petrino struggling to get him down. And yeah, but if it stays feet, I do see Asplin just brutally knocking out Petrino and getting into the rankings. And I think I'm gonna ride with Mason here. I'm gonna take Asplin by KO as well. Moving on into our next fight, we have Marwin Rahiki taking on Harry Hardwick in the featherweight division. Mason, what do you got on this one?
All I gotta say is Freaky Rahiki is gonna get it done by KO. We're gonna see another knockout. I think we're gonna see a lot of knockouts here. Hardwick did get knocked out in his debut, and Rahiki's a finish machine, and I think it's gonna get freaky. And I think Freaky Rahiki is going to knock out Harry Hardwick.
All
right, not much to it. No, what do you got?
I feel like this is a big step up from what Rahiki has faced in his career. He's coming off his win in Contender Series in October, round 2 KO. We got 7 wins by finish, 6 of them being KO. Like Mason said, Freaky Rahiki. But Harry Hardwick, he took that last fight short notice. He got his legs really beat up in that fight. I mean, Ka Fernandez's leg kicks were killing Hardwick's legs. But I feel like we give him he's got a lot of time to actually do a full camp for this card. He was a Cage Warrior champ. He defended his belt twice. I'm going with an upset here. I think that we see a 3-round fight, and I got Hardwick by decision.
Yeah, not a bad pick there. Yeah, Martin Mahiki, Dana White Contender Series graduate, making his UFC debut also this weekend. 4 first-round knockouts to start his pro MMA career. He does have a silly Gilly submission on his record as well, so shout out Rahiki. He did get knocked down twice on his Contender Series fight, but he also did have 2 knockdowns himself, so he is able to recover. But 2 knockdowns in your Contender Series fight is not a good look. And yeah, Harry Hardwick brutally leg kicked almost to death by Fernandez last fight. That was I still get pain in my shins watching that, or just thinking about it. And Harry Hardwick had a 9-fight unbeaten streak prior to that, and Cage Warriors champ, like you said, defended the belt twice. I think he's a little overlooked in this, Rahiki only being 23 years old and so young and so experienced. And I think Harry Hardwick's experience, I think it's going to help him win this fight. You talked me into it, Noah. I'm going to take Harry Hardwick here.
I like it.
Yeah, you talked me into it, man. That's it's very compelling. Very compelling.
Yeah, I just think this is a huge step up. I feel like Rahiki has not fought anyone on Hardwick's level. I mean, Hardwick had a very tough, what do you call it, last fight with Fernandez, but that was also, I think he got put on the card that week of. So not a lot of time to prepare for it.
Exactly, yeah. And it should be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Moving on, we got Andre Fili versus Jose Delgado in the featherweight division. A banger matchup. Mason, what do you got?
Sorry, crazy cat. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
I want to say Delgado by KO, but his last fight went to decision. And if Andre Fili is feeling touchy, like his nickname, I think we're gonna see a decision. This, I don't know, man. I don't want to say another KO. I think it's gonna go to decision, split decision, and Delgado's gonna. We're gonna see some good. We're gonna see some good. I don't know. I'm lost here.
Can I help you a little bit? That last fight that Delgado lost, he should have never lost. That was very controversial. I thought that he definitely beat Nathaniel Wood,
especially with that knockdown that he got on him too.
Yeah, I think that the reason why he didn't win that fight is because he came in overweight.
That's the issue.
I think this fight will go to decision, and it'll either be a close fight or we'll see Delgado have a master class of striking.
Okay.
All right. Noah?
Andre Fili, man, he's fought everybody. I'm saying everybody. I mean, this dude has he's got 11 UFC losses on his career, but listen to this list. Ezekiel Costa, Dan Ige, Nathaniel Wood, Joe Anderson Brito, Bryce Mitchell, Sodiq Youssef, Michael Johnson, Calvin Cater, Yair Rodriguez, Max Holloway. I mean, he's fought the best of the best. He's coming off a win here. His last 2 wins are by decision or by split decision. But this Jose Delgado kid, man, he is going to be something special, I think. I'm very, very high on him. All of his wins are by finish. 6 KOs on 10 wins, 2 losses. That, like I said earlier, that last loss he had was very controversial. I thought that he had beaten Nathaniel Wood, but he came in overweight. I felt that played a little bit of a reason why the decision didn't go his way. But yeah, I feel like he keeps the finish streak going, and I'm gonna say Jose Delgado by KO. And watch out for this guy. I feel like he's going to be in the rankings by the end of the year.
I like that. I like that prediction. Andre Fili has a weird. He's having a weird pattern since he has not won back-to-back fights since 2019. He is dominating win loss, and he did win his last fight. So it's a perfect pattern. He's fought so many times in that time, and it's 4 of his last 5 wins are split decision. So I understand Mason thinking about this being a split decision, but that was his last fight. History tells us that this next fight he's probably going to get finished. So I liked Jose Delgado by a round 1 brutal knockout, especially after knocking down Nathaniel Wood in the first round, 26-second knockout versus Hyder Amel. Andre Fili also knocked out by freaking Joanderson Brito in 41 seconds. That is a loss that is not aging well on his record at all. And submitted by Mel Costa in round 1. I just think Delgado has more ways to win this fight than Fili does. I don't think the experience helps Fili in this situation, and I think Delgado is gonna get it. It's gonna be a quick day at the office for Delgado. It's gonna be a brutal knockout for Delgado.
I really hope that he can come in on weight and he fixed all those issues from coming in last time. But this guy is definitely someone to watch out for, dude. He is a beast. He's 27 years old.
Oh
He's definitely someone to watch. Keep a radar on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to watch him fight this year. I agree with you. I think he will be in the rankings as well by the end of the year. And getting into our next fight, we got a light heavyweight fight, 205 pounds, between Ian Cutelaba, probably said that wrong, versus Umar Sy. Mason, what do you got here?
Umar Sy. We've been seeing Benoit Saint Denis, the Frenchman. He's been looking good, and I think I'm gonna ride with the Frenchman here in this fight. I want to say KO for the 50th time, but I think this is going to be a decision fight. I think we're going to see really, really good striking from Umar Sy here, and I think he's going to get it done by decision.
I thought you said KO.
No, decision.
Oh, okay.
No,
you're talking about his striking so good, and then you're like, I think he's going to put his lights out, and then you're like, decision. Omar Sy, 12-1, 3-1 in the UFC. He lost to Alonzo Menifield 2 fights ago, but I thought that he bounced back really well his last fight. Got the round 1 KO. This guy's huge. He's got an 83-inch reach, which is an 8-inch advantage on Ian Cutelaba. And Ian Cutelaba has looked good his last few fights. Kept fights close. He's coming off a split to Bukakis, but 7 losses on his career by finish, 4 of which by sub. I feel like Umar Sy is bound to get a sub here.
Yeah, this is a tough fight. Ian Cutelaba 8-10-1 in the UFC, longtime vet. Umar Sy, 3-1. Like I said, coming off that round 1 knockout versus Brenson Maverio. He did that bad loss to Menifield. Menifield's the prospect killer. He loves those boring fights and just makes it boring and ruins prospects. But I don't know. I think there's a little bit of an upset here. I think Cutelaba might have a slight advantage in the grapple. I think he's gonna not want to stand with Sy due to that reach disadvantage, and I think he's gonna close the gap. And his takedown game isn't bad. He's had a split decision over Modestus, where his grappling was decent. All of his losses are to the big name guys like Ankalaev, Johnny Walker, Anthony Smith. They're all good. Ryan Spann. They're all good losses. Oh, not Ryan Spann. Oh God, don't quote me on that. Jesus. Anyway, but he's a southpaw. Solid size and orthodox. It could be a problem for Sy fighting a southpaw. So Give me Q11 on the upset by decision. And getting into the co-main event, we have number 5 Amanda Lemos taking on number 8 Gillian Robertson in the women's strawweight division. Mason, what do you got for the co-main event?
Robertson's on a nice little hot streak, 4 wins in a row, and she's fighting Amanda Lemos. Lemos is a vet. She's fought some of the best ladies in that division. She's fought Jordova, and she fought Zhang Wei Li. Went to decision with Zhang Wei Li, and I think this fight is going to go to decision. And I think I'm going to go with the upset here. I think Amanda Lemos is going to get it done. Robertson is very good, but I think that the experience is going to help Lemos here.
All right. Noah, what do you got?
Yeah, this fight was supposed to happen on December 13th. Lemos had to back out due to a lump in her mouth. I Lemos has good wins in her career. She also struggles a lot against grapplers, and this is what Gillian's great at. I mean, her last 3 losses are to Tatiana Suarez, great ground control time. Virna Jandiroba subbed her, which she, like I said, she struggles against grapplers. Zhang Weili, she does have her loss with Zhang Weili. She did go all 5 rounds, but Gillian Robertson 4-fight win streak, won 6 of her 7 last fights, and I have in big letters on here. Amanda Lemos needs to protect her neck because she's got 6 rear naked chokes in her career. I mean, Lemos has beat Dern. She beat the champ in 2024. I feel like this is such a coin flip fight. I'm kind of surprised Lemos is not the favorite here, but I think if it goes to the decision, Lemos wins, but Gillian could definitely get it done by sub. I'm gonna just say Lemos by decision though. I like her at plus money.
Okay. Yeah, this fight is pretty much going to come down to if Gillian Robertson can get Amanda Lemos down. Amanda Lemos 8 career wins by knockout. Gillian Robertson 9 career wins by submission. I mean, and every time Amanda Lemos, 5 UFC losses, and every time she's lost, it's been because like grappling has been against her. Zhang Wei Li, 16 minutes of control time, subbed by Jessica Andrade, subbed by Vierna. 9.5 minutes of control time in her last fight versus Tatiana Suarez. And, she's 38 years old now, and she did win a round against Tatiana Suarez. So, she is capable of stopping the takedowns and getting offense off. But, I don't know, Gillian's like such a, she's 5-1 at this weight. She's looking great. And, yeah, Amanda Lemos, I was surprised too that she was the underdog when doing the research too. But, being 30 fighting a 30-year-old enough. And I don't know. I think if Gillian can get it to the ground, it'll be her fight. But if it's on the feet, I think Amanda might get a knockout. And I do think Amanda's going to be able to keep it on the feet. So I'm going to take Amanda Lemos by knockout, actually.
Okay, I like it.
I think she finishes Gillian. And now we get into the main event of the evening. We have number 11, Josh Emmett, taking on newly ranked number 14, Kevin Vlahos. Mason, what do you got for the main event of our fight night?
How about the host? The host should go first. I think Connor, you should start going off.
Oh, for the main event, huh? All right. Well, yeah, Josh coming off his round 1 submission loss to Yusuf Zalal. Not a good look for him. Didn't land any strikes. It was pretty bad. His age was really showing. He's 41 years old, fighting a 24-year-old. Big age gap. But he's fought the best of the best. 10-6 in the UFC, 4 knockout wins. He's been submitted twice, 6-3 in decisions. He had a really close fight with Lerone Murphy last year. Lost 48-47, unanimous decision. A little controversial. But he's lost 4 of his last 5, and they've all been great losses. I mean, subbed by Yair. He got absolutely starched by Ilya Topuria. I mean, that was.
I don't know how he did not go out in that fight, but I give Josh Emmett for credit for lasting that long against Ilya Topuria.
I would have tapped out. I've been like, nope, no more. Like 5 rounds of just pure beatdown, and then a lot of losses to Murphy and Zalal, and so he's he's 2-1 also in split decisions in the UFC. I think Josh Emmett might be a little overrated. I think that knockout on Bryce Mitchell's his only win in recent memory, and he had a long layoff after that, and he hasn't looked good after that 1.5 year layoff after that Mitchell fight. And Kevin Vlahos 3-0 in the UFC, lost his Contender Series fight originally to our GOAT Jean Silva, and with an anger fight where he was actually favored. He was a -220 favorite against Jean Silva on that Contender Series fight, and then obviously got his shot again in the Contender Series, brutal knockout on there. Nice couple of wins, and then I was able to get his first ranked opponent with Giga, where he lands that beautiful, beautiful spinning back fist on him in that second round, and proven why in the rankings. And I think Vlahos does. I think Vlahos shows us his power again, and I think he puts Josh Emmett down.
You got him
What do you got?
by KO.
Yeah.
Early, you see this happening early, late,
yeah. Early. I think Vlahos by a round 2 knockout.
Okay.
Mason, what do you got?
No, you can go. You seem ready.
Yeah, like Connor says, Vallejos has looked great in the UFC, 3-0, getting his first ranked win last fight against Giga. 2024 September Contender Series win by KO. He has 14 finishes in his career out of 17 wins, which 12 of those are coming from KO. Only loss is to Gene Silva, which has aged very well and was able to take that fight to a decision, which very surprising. Josh Emmett, man, lost 4 of his last 5, 2 in a row. They're good losses, like Connor said. Jalal, Murphy, Taporia, Yair. But 9 finishes in his career on those 19 wins, 7 by KO. We know that he has he can put you out at any time. I mean, we saw what he did to Bryce Mitchell. The more this fight goes on, I want to see how Vallejos does in a 5-rounder. He has 0 5-round experience, and Josh Emmett has 3 5-round fights on his career. But I do think Vallejo gets the win here. I think if he's smart, he puts Emmett on the ground. I think he gets a sub or decision. I don't think he's gonna be. I don't know if he can get the KO win. I got Vallejos by sub.
Oh wow! Damn, that's wow. All right, I like it. I like that a lot. Mason, what do you got for us?
Obviously Vallejos, a demon striker, and I don't think this fight's going to be close at all. I think that Vallejos is just going to be outstriking Emmett the whole time. I don't really think he's going to put Emmett out. I don't think he's going to knock out Emmett. Yeah. He's going to be winning the whole entire fight, and then damn, Josh Emmett's going to hit him with a mean. I don't know what he's going to hit him with, but he's going to knock out Vallejos in the 5th round, and Josh Emmett is going to win this fight. We're all going to be shocked. I'm not going to be shocked because that's exactly what's going to happen. Vallejos is going to be piecing him up the entire time. It's going to probably go to the ground. I don't think he's going to sub Emmett if he tries for it. And then Emmett's going to, he's going to hit him. Round 5 KO. Josh Emmett is going to get back in the win column.
Is that a pow or a pop?
I love it.
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys think that Vallejos may be the hottest prospect under 25 right now?
He could be. I think Ateba might be up. I think he might be number 1 or 2 or 3.
No, he's not even ranked.
No. Under
Vallejos is ranked at 145.
Under 25?
I think it's got to be Raul Rosas after last night now.
Yeah, but he's boring.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say. Vallejos is putting people out, but he's
24. Rosas is 21.
I'm a little biased. Ateba's one of my favorite fighters. I think after yesterday, yeah, I think Connor's right.
I think this is this obviously.
Dude, all right, let's see. We'll see what Raul can do. I mean, we know that Font was what do you call it? Like not good with his takedown defense. But
Yeah,
I mean, look. What was it? C-Rod that beat? Was it right? C-Rod
yeah,
beat
but yeah, Ruslan.
Rosas. I just want to see how he does against somebody that has good takedown defense. It's it's probably between those two of the two
Yeah,
best. But
yeah, this is a big test for Velocity. Yeah,
I like
he's
to see what he does in a 5. I mean, a win. Could you see them giving it Vallejos his rematch? I mean, he's been begging for his rematch against Gene Silva. If he beats
I
Josh
don't.
Emmett dominantly, do you think that they could rebook that?
If it's dominant, they might have to. But I don't know. That he'd be number 11. Gene's number 6. That's a big jump. I don't know.
And Gene just had a huge win against Arnold. So
Yeah, that's tough, man. I don't know. I think Kevin needs like one more after this one. And Jean's definitely earned like somebody in the top 5 for sure. Like someone above him.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
shouldn't have back, I don't think. But Josh Emmett has only been favored in 4 of his 16 UFC fights. He's 3-1 as a favorite, and he's 7-5 as an underdog. Fun fact. So he is a nice underdog to bet on. Vlahos has been at least a minus 350 or higher favorite in all of his UFC fights. And he had a Dana White Contender Series fight scheduled against Luke Riley, who will be fighting in the London co-main event next week.
Really, I didn't know that. And isn't Luke? That would have been a fun fight. I wish we could have seen that.
That would have been awesome. Yeah. So.
Do we want to get on our gooses?
Yeah,
Gooses, geeses.
Golden Goose alert! Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong.
Yeah, we kind of sucked last night on our golden gooses.
We were 0 for 3, guys. We did not do good.
We're
But you know what?
bouncing back.
We're like the Fighting Nerds. It's comeback season, okay? We're on a bounce back right here. Who's got an underdog they're confident in? Give it to me. Who's going
Mason?
first? Who's ready?
I mean, after that electric announcement that I made with Josh Emmett, Josh Emmett's going to be my golden goose. It was going to be Eric Anders, but I think I hyped up Emmett with that knockout. So I think Emmett's going to be my golden goose, and I think he might be one of the most
the biggest underdogs on the card.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be our highest underdog too. I think 375.
Yeah,
I feel like yeah, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go Emmett.
All right, Noah, who you got? Your golden goose.
And I want to hear who you have first.
You want to just pick someone different? I've been going back and forth with 2 people, and I'm really struggling to pick one of them. But I think I'm just gonna lock it in. I'm gonna lock it in with Su Young Yu to beat Elijah Smith.
Okay,
I like that a lot.
Has a significant advantage on the ground, and I think he's not gonna have problems getting it there either. Even though Elijah Smith has that, didn't he have that slam TKO? Wasn't that?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I don't think he's gonna because that was like when he got that slam TKO, that's all the other guy was doing was just trying to grapple him and stuff. And I think that is the path to victory. And I think Su Young Yu is gonna be able to have his way with him on the ground. And I think he gets an
Okay.
No.
Yeah, like Connor said, I was also split between 2 people, and I'm still like it's such a tough pick.
Yeah. And they're all underdogs for a reason. This is not an easy thing to do,
I was pretty confident I was gonna go with Amanda Lemos, but I could see Gillian Robertson pulling off the sub. So I'm gonna go with Cage Warriors champ Harry Hardwick as my golden goose.
Ooh.
I think he gets it done, and he gives the young 23-year-old his first career loss.
I like it especially after the 2 debuts we saw the two debuts to start the card last night. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like
I like Harry Hardwick in a full camp. I feel like he can get it done.
he's got a solid resume. I like that. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Any other thing before we wrap up here, boys? Got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, that's all we got for you guys today. Check out the podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, or not Apple Music, Amazon Music,
Apple Podcast too.
Podcast. That's what it's called. Follow the Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're live threading every round on Threads. Make sure to tune in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will not be able to be on the show next week, but these two will carry us.
Yes, no will not be here next week. It'll just be me and Mason recapping this card and getting you ready for the UFC London card. So we'll see you guys.
That one's going to be a banger card, too. I'm so upset that I can't talk about it.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
See you, everybody.